Hey gang, I know it's been a very long time and I appreciate all the notes and messages and comments I got from people wondering where I was and seeing if I was okay. And I just want to let you know, yes, I'm fine. I've just been really busy and distracted by other things. And I really appreciate those of you who reached out. It really meant a lot. So I thought I would give you guys a quick life update first. So update on CJ Entertainment, Studio Dragon. If you guys don't know, CJ Entertainment is one of the biggest, if not the biggest entertainment company in Korea, and they actually also did Parasite in the United States, that movie that won the Oscar for Best Picture. They have tons of K-dramas like Goblin and It's Okay to Not Be Okay, a lot of huge hits over in Korea. So CJ Entertainment, Studio Dragon has been trying to make a push into the United States, and they're actually starting to make that push, and they reached out to me to help them or to have me submit some series ideas to them, which kind of cross American and Korean cultural things. And then COVID happened. So what they did is they've just kind of put American stuff on hold, and they're focusing just on doing all their stuff in Korea, just like they normally have been doing. So a lot of the pitches and things that I prepared for them, which are kind of cross-cultural, like they're American with Korean performers in them, they just kind of went by the wayside because they pivoted their position, so I kind of had to just put that aside. So I've been creating a bunch of new series, specifically in thrillers or romantic comedies, and when I do that, I do something which is called a treatment. My treatment's a little different. I think I posted pictures of them before with sort of the title scrubbed out, which is, it's kind of what I call a graphic treatment, where I put in photos to give tone and also talk a lot about the series. So it kind of talks you through the series, who all the characters are, the main conflicts, all that stuff. So I've created several of those for CJ Entertainment Studio Dragon. A lot of them I really liked. I created just for them. Some of the romantic comedies I really liked. And they got back to me and they said they weren't interested in any of them. And I think it's really important that I'm really honest about this stuff. I know that people kind of give the highlights of their life on Instagram or on Facebook or on YouTube, but this is real life. You get rejected all the time. Things happen, they don't work out. And they were really nice. The two girls I'm talking to over there, they are amazing. I actually really love those two girls. They're really fantastic. And they were so nice. They didn't just reject me though. They actually said, this isn't what we're looking for, maybe something more like this. They actually said specifically to do something that was maybe more personal, that I was more personally attached to. And that's usually kind of tough for me because I kind of separate myself from my writing a little bit, at least I have recently. But it really made me think, and I might have something. So it was the best kind of rejection, which is, we're not interested in these, but what else do you have? So I'm really thankful to them and for the situation. I really want to work with them. They're top of my list, because I think partly because, with Korea and being Korean and stuff, I think that just culturally something kind of just resonates with that. And I really am really excited and really want to get something over there. So I have a couple ideas, and one of them is from actually a musical that I wrote, which is actually sort of about my life through college. Obviously, that's very personal, but there's a little kind of twist on things. It's sort of a supernatural element to it. I think I'll do that, maybe one other one I'll try to pitch over there, and we'll see how it goes. I just recently had the opportunity to pitch Netflix some ideas. So one of my friends is very high up over there, and he's a really cool guy. I really like him very much. Even if he wasn't working there, I would totally love to hang out with him. He just happens to work there. And he told me he was looking for a couple very specific things for a series, which was really nice. So I actually went to the drawing board, took about a week, 10 days, and I created 3 different series, which I posted on my community page or on the community tab. You could see sort of the photos of them. I know that I blurred out the names and you can't really read what they're about. And I sent those over there early this week. Really excited about it because I actually really love those series too. And I'm really hoping that they like one of those. So please wish me luck on those as well. I also heard back from a company called Solstice Pictures. They just did this Russell Crowe movie called Unhinged. I guess they're doing something with Ben Affleck coming up, and they asked to read one of my projects called Valkyrie. I sent that over, and they said they really liked it, but they're looking for something else budgetarily wise. So I'm trying to think of something for them as well. I'm kind of seeing a pattern here where people like me and like my stuff, and it just kind of, I haven't found quite the right match yet. And sometimes, honestly, it's kind of frustrating because, putting in these pitches, I mean, it's very easy to say no, but to create something, especially when I create an entire series pitch, I'm creating the entire world. I figure out all the characters, what happens in the first season, what can happen in the next seasons, all the conflicts, all the interpersonal things that go on. It's a lot of work, a lot of time and effort go into them. And so on one hand, it's disappointing when they get turned down, but on the other hand, if you really want to look at it, having the opportunity to pitch into these places is really a blessing. So I can't really complain. I think more the disappointment is in me that I haven't come up with something that really resonates with these people 100% yet. That, that I haven't found the perfect thing for their company yet. I'm really, really hoping to do it. I think it's important to actually discuss your failures, or I don't know if these are failures, but your not successes yet. I think it's really important to talk about, especially for those of you who are interested in the entertainment industry, so you can see just kind of what a struggle it is sometimes. Even for people who are established, who are part of unions and stuff, it's still a lot of work, And, there's no such thing as an overnight success. And I just want to tell you guys, if this is something that you're interested in, be prepared to work really hard, and you just have to kind of build a thick skin up for rejection. It's very hard because you get rejected all the time, especially in anything entertainment-wise. You get rejected in other jobs as well. Maybe it's not quite as much rejection, but in life, I think handling hard circumstances or rejection becomes a very important characteristic. How do I handle when things don't go my way? Or how do I handle when I'm disappointed in life? And if you guys can figure out how to, in a healthy way, handle disappointment, then you will be unstoppable in life, and your life will be full of joy. Because, joy isn't really about having everything good happen to you. Because we know plenty of people who, good things happen to all the time, and they're still not happy. They have everything in the world and they're still miserable. And I know people who have nothing and they're struggling and they're happy. I mean, there's a place where you choose to be happy in life. And that's kind of, that's where I want to be, because it's easy to beat yourself up about things that don't quite go your way. And I'm just encouraging you guys. I want you to see my being down, or my struggling, or my putting in a lot of work that hasn't paid off, putting an effort here that hasn't worked out yet. And I want you to see that, yeah, I'm taking my hits with it, and it's difficult, and sometimes you feel like you're doing all this work for nothing. But I want to encourage you and say, keep going. Just be prepared to take your hits. If you can prepare yourself to handle things the right way, it'll help you out a lot. And then just keep going if this is what matters to you. Because so many people quit. So many people just fall by the wayside and they just can't take it. They can't take the no's and the rejection, or it's very difficult. But if you want to be successful in life, be that person who just keeps going. It's funny. I have a old Jeep. It's sort of like an old Jeep my friend gave me, and I had it for 8 years, and it's kind of fallen apart. So I'm putting all this money into it to fix it up. On my Facebook, I posted a picture of me sanding off all the rust off the Jeep and doing that old DIY stuff. And the Jeep's not worth much. It's probably worth $800. And I'm just fixing it up because I don't want it to be an eyesore. And the starter went out today when I was at the gym, so I couldn't get home from the gym. I had to take a lift back, and I had to pick up a new starter, and I have to meet somebody in the parking lot tomorrow for them to install it. And when I was there at AutoZone picking up the part, I'm looking at my phone to try to find my way back from AutoZone, and I get pulled over by the cops for holding my phone, because in California, that's against the law. And apparently my license had expired, driver's license had expired on my birthday, which is a few months ago. And I was like, oh, and so it's another $400 I'm gonna have to pay out. And I'm sitting here thinking shoot, I'm paying $300 more for my car to be fixed, and another $400 on this. Just my car going out is a $700 minus day today. And, it's easy to get consumed by that and be upset and be down, but it doesn't change anything. It's just life. It happens. It's nobody's fault. I mean, it's actually my fault. It's my fault for looking at my phone, trying to find my way home, and it's my fault for not realizing that my license had expired. You need to take personal responsibility in life, and so it's my fault. And while it's easy, again, to feel bad and sad about it, I think we just have to dust ourselves off and like, that sucks. Next, let's move on. Let me take care of that. Hate it. It's fine. Let this not ruin the rest of everything that I am doing. So, see, I'm making videos for you guys today. So I guess, again, just one more example of that we should always overcome and look to overcome our circumstances, because bad things happen, guys. So anyways, I also have a meeting with Sony TriStar series coming up on the 20th of this month. So it's going to be a Zoom meeting. I'm excited about that as well. I know I'm connected to Sony Animation, and now it'll be Sony TriStar actually series, and the girl I'm talking to over there can tell me what they're looking for. I'm really excited about that as well. So I've been creating a lot, and it just takes a lot out of me, because like there's so much focus and just creating these worlds and putting all these worlds together, and there's lots of opportunity, and I feel like I'm close. I feel like I'm close to making a big step, like the next step. I just need something picked up, something taken to a series, something, I need that one big step in the door. And I have these opportunities, Netflix, Sony, both Sony Animation, regular Sony, Crunchyroll, CJ Entertainment, Studio Dragon. I have a friend who works at Stars, different places, CBS, there's a list of places I can Screen Arcade I can mention. And I'm very lucky. I have to say that. I'm very fortunate. I know a lot of people ask me how you get things to these places. It's very hard. Like, you have to network and know people, and I met people through the WGA and just kept up with them and formed relationships with them. And actually I go into situations where I don't try to get anything for myself. I mean, if they want something, I'll submit, but I mostly try to always see what I can give and not what I can take out of a situation. So many people want. When you meet people in positions of authority or can help you out, everyone wants help from those people. So I usually go in not trying to get something out of them, but just asking them about themselves and forming relationships. You'd be surprised in life, and this is for no matter what job or area you're in, the way you are interpersonally will really affect whether you get jobs or not. The way people like you or don't like you, it's completely true. They call it in the studio, the hangout rule, which is if somebody walks in and is presenting something, people subconsciously think to themselves, is this person cool? Would I want to hang out with them? And if they think that about you, then they're more likely to like you. And if they don't like you, then it doesn't matter what you're selling them, they're not going to want it. And that's just basic human psychology. So you realize before you pitch a project or pitch, and everything's sales. Just so you know, anyone has a sales job out there, your life is sales. You have to sell yourself to an employer, you have to sell yourself to a mate, not really, but you understand. I mean, there's a presentation of yourself and about the way that you are and about, everything kind of comes to a presentation or a sales of who you are. And that's really life. And so if you want to get further in life, if you want to build connections and personal relationships with people, you have to work on this interpersonal interaction. Because the more people like you, the more they'll want to work with you. You can be the most talented person in the world, and it's going to be hard to get work. I could name some actors right now, some famous actors that you know of who aren't working a lot because they're very difficult to get along with. I'm not going to, but you can probably look it up. But there are reasons why, they're not working a lot. It's because they're hard to get along with. And so you guys in life, be more joyful, learn how to deal with disappointment and keep going, and be a person who gives more than they take, and someone who you would want to hang out with. Even if it has to be that you develop a part of you, don't feel fake about it. Just think it's just a part of you, a small part of you that you turn to the outside that's presented. And that will help you out a lot in life. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I want to thank you for hanging out on my channel. And if this is your first time here, welcome. You're wondering, what's this guy talking about? What's going on with all these things? But yeah, appreciate you guys so much. Channel update. Actually, it's more of a personal update. Okay, guys, for this video, it's a wrap.